YouTube, what's good, man? It's your boy Swain back with another video. Yo, this video is for my girl dads. This video is for my guys who have daughters. This video is for my guys who are raising little girls, right? This is advice for you. I often get the question, Swain, you know, what you tell your daughter? You got a little girl, you got all these videos about women, and a lot of women, and I usually get this question from women, not really men, but a lot of women find my content distasteful. And usually people find things distasteful when you're telling the truth because the truth is uncomfortable and it hurts. And they often want to know, what is it that you're going to tell your daughter? And here's my question to you ladies who ask me that. The fucking truth. I'm going to be very bluntly honest with my daughter, as I have always been, because the opposite to not being honest with your daughter is simping for her. The thing that you are not ever supposed to do with a woman is simp, so why in the fuck would you start doing it with your daughter? Because here's the downside to that. When you simp with your daughter, you create a fantasy land for her to exist in, and that fantasy land causes her to be a brat. See, she's a brat when she's a kid, but when she grows up to be a woman, then she becomes a bitch. Now you have raised the bitch and have added, or not necessarily added, but you have contributed to one of the biggest problems in society, and that's unruly women. And unruly women is the result and the product of men who are not masculine. And a lot of guys tend to be soft with their daughters because it's my daughter, it's my baby girl, she's wrapped around my finger. Well, that little girl is going to get accustomed to her female manipulation very early. When your little girl can pout and make that face and you just melt and give her what she wants. You remember growing up, we would see movies with fathers and daughters, and the dad would tell the daughter no, and the little girl would make the little face, and then daddy would be like, she's my daughter, and give it to her. His heart starts to melt. Well, if she gets older, that just turns into female manipulation. She sees that, hey, I can do it with daddy, so now I can do it with other men too. And what's going to happen is these men who are in society, who are winners, who are high value, will not want to marry your daughter. Now, I'm not pro-marriage. However, I am pro-marriage for women because it benefits them. Marriage is a game that benefits women. It does not benefit men. But since I have a daughter, I want to raise her to be able to be a woman who some man one day will marry. I want her to be with a competent guy. I want her to be with a guy who's, you know, successful, who has money, who can provide and take care of her. And the way that women get these type of guys is through female hypergamy. And now, if you are a guy who does not have a daughter, you probably have a bad taste in your mouth for hypergamy. But guys, hypergamy is actually good. It does two things. It allows women to defend themselves from the weak men and being in situations with weak men if they exercise their hypergamy in the proper way. And if you are a man who is a victim to female hypergamy, if you are one of those guys with an abundant mindset, it will make you a better man, because you will understand that I'm on the losing end. I no longer want to be on the losing end when I deal with women. So now I'm going to make sure that I level up, so that when females do operate within their hypergamous nature, I will be able to be one that's chose. Right? Because women, no woman on earth wants to be with a weak man. No woman wants to be with a weak man. A lot of the time, some of them don't qualify for the strong, successful guys, so they settle. And that's not what you should be raising your daughter to be. Now, I do know, and I will say that a woman being attractive plays a very, very big part in their life. Because men, we view women as sex objects. Women view us as success objects. If you want to be a guy that can exercise your options to the fullest, become very successful in life. And if you typically are a woman who is very beautiful, you'll have a better shot at attracting a higher value guy. Now, a lot of the times that's based off genetics, you know. Fortunately, my daughter is very beautiful, and her mother's beautiful. So, you know, in the looks department, I would say the cards were played in her favor, but looks only mean so much, guys. It's a part of the product. Your daughter still needs to be well-rounded. She can't just be pretty and a brat. She needs to have it all, right? And I'm just being real. When they can have it all, guys, it's more of a chance that they can be with a man who is more than likely willing to make the sacrifice, because that's exactly what it is, making a sacrifice. Men, when we get married, we make a sacrifice because, to keep it a buck with you, women are a liability. It is what it is. Women are a liability because women take. They're designed to take. That is the way they were designed. Biology will tell you that. Now, you get this generic answer from women all the time, you know, we are the life givers. Well, not really, because you all take our life source in order to give back what we've given to you and materialize it to become a human being through 9 months of pregnancy. Women can't do shit unless we invest into them. They are liabilities. They're like a bank account with interest. You're not going to get any interest unless there's money in that fucking account. The men are the money. The women accumulate the interest off of the existence of the man. That is what it is. So that's why I say that it is a sacrifice that you take as a man to marry a woman. For one, the marriage laws do not benefit you. And if I'm being honest, I think men should just stop fucking getting married until the laws change. But since we know that's not going to happen and people are going to always have their mind, it will be a 50-50 on that. I want my daughter to attract the highest value of mate she can with amongst the guys who still value marriage. Because like I said, marriage benefits the woman. And if you're being a simp with your daughter, guys, and you're not putting your foot down with your daughter and you're not letting your daughter know when she's wrong, you're going to raise a bitch. I'm just going to keep it a buck with you. And it's not going to be in her benefit. And she may grow up to resent you. You know, you run that risk. See, women are still, your daughter's your daughter, but she will grow up to be a woman, and women still do not like weak men. Just as she will run over a weak man that she's dating, she will run over her father once she realized that he's weak. She's not going to stay a kid forever. I don't play with my daughter like that. She knows there's certain things I ain't going for. When I tell her no, it means no. I don't care how much she cried and how sad she is. I don't care. She's going to earn whatever it is that she gets with me. And I believe that if you can instill that in your daughters, you can raise a more logical than most, a woman that's more logical than most. Because I think that women who have fathers are the better women to date in society. They're the better women to build with. They're the better women to, you know, create a legacy with, because they're not going to be a stranger to taking direction from men. That's what you want when it comes to women. You want a woman who is able to take constructive criticism and follow directions. Let's just throw the word submissive out. It's all about tact, guys. Sometimes when women don't listen to what comes after the word submissive, I don't need you to be submissive. Fuck that. I need you to be able to follow directions. I need you to be able to take constructive criticism and allow yourself to be led when the time comes. Because as a man, our job is to help the woman in your life that you're dating maneuver through her ups and downs when her emotions start to get the best of her. Have to be very emotionally balanced as a man, and that is what I teach my daughter. I let her see me be emotionally balanced. And when I was younger, I didn't do a good job at that. You know, I would argue with her mom. She would see me going back and forth with her mom. And I don't think that arguing with women is a masculine trait. So I had to do the self-work. I had to work on that. And if you are a guy out there arguing with your child's mom in front of her, your daughter is going to see that. And it may become something that she will tolerate from other guys, which means that she will tolerate weakness, because typically men who argue with women and get mad with women and just have like outbursts because of something a woman has done or said, he's usually a very weak man. A man that's strong will allow a woman to be in her emotional state of existence, and then he will come back and provide direction. So that's what I think as men we should be teaching our daughters. You should never simp for your daughter, guys. You know, because it's just as bad as simping for a woman. If you're not going to simp for a woman, why would you simp for your daughter? Because it's worse than simping for a woman, because that woman isn't your child. You simp for your daughter, you're going to hurt her in the end, because she's going to think that that's the dynamic that women and men should interact. I can be a brat. I can say whatever I want to say, do whatever I want to do, and he should give me X, Y, and Z because I'm a lady. You know? Whenever I hear my little girl say things like, I'm a queen because I'm a lady. Ladies are queens, daddy. I cut that shit in the bud and I say, no, that's not true. Just because you are a female doesn't necessarily mean you are a queen. You have to earn your way in society just as men do. You don't just get things just because you are a girl. You don't get things just because you're daddy's little girl. I tell her that all the time. It's something she wants. Every time we go in the store, she'd be like, Daddy, can I have this? And I'll be like, no. But I'm your daughter. What the fuck does that mean? I don't give a fuck. I don't cuss at her and tell her that. But I tell her that doesn't mean anything. If daddy say no, daddy means no. So you can get mad, you can cry all you want, but at the end of the day, when I walk out of that store, you're not going to get what I told you you're not going to get. I don't care how much of a sad face you put on. And now it's to the point that now she knows. When I tell her no, she doesn't even ask anymore. Right? But that's just my take on it, guys. I would love to hear what you all think. You know what I'm saying? How are you all interacting with your daughters? How do you think men should, raise their daughters? And what is it that you are doing currently with your daughter? Doesn't matter the age. I would love to hear what you all think. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, man. Until next time. Peace.